Thank you very much. Allow us to go to the Constitutional Court, and if we lose there, we lose. It's a legal matter. You look at your options and you weigh up. Any liquidation coming our way, we'll fight it, legally and otherwise. So I've seen those reports. We have been in consultation with our lawyers. They can take those chances to liquidate the ANC. We'll fight it legally and otherwise. Any possibility of liquidating the ANC. So these people want the money that they never worked for, including liquidating the African National Congress, the oldest liberation movement, 112 years. They want to liquidate it. They want to liquidate the ANC. They will not succeed. Lunga, the mayor, we acted accordingly, and going back to work in terms of that report, it did not mean that at any given point in time he will not go back to work, but we had to act, and the province acted and subjected him to the disciplinary process. And the disciplinary process will tell us what needs to happen to him going forward in terms of that mayor of Kopano. I've also seen a lot of untruths being peddled around that mayor. The fact of the matter is that here is the mayor of the ANC on record fighting with a citizen. Whether that person is on the wrong side and so on, but even the strong words that have been used in that cannot be allowed, coming from a mayor of Kopano and so on. So we had to hold him accountable for that, and that matter is still being handled. But he's a young person who must understand that you don't repeat mistakes. So the DC will weigh up his future, looking at all things. He has publicly apologized and stopped the political wrangling and blaming others for his own shortfalls. You take responsibility. If you have to fall, you fall. You don't blame others and say that I am in this situation because people plotted me. Who said you must go and insult citizens? So he has to undergo that process, counseling, and at the same time understand his obligation to the people and to the brand ANC, and that certain things are not done. He's a young man with a great future in our organization, but certain things are not done. So, wonke umuntu ufanele aqonde, or otherwise the organization will have to actually intervene. I've answered liquidation. The constitutional principle we're standing on, we argue our case. We have said that we've got a report which we believe it can be listened to by the higher court. Yes, constitutional court, but also it has gone a little bit broader than that to even look at matters of this particular nature. So we are challenging, we are appealing on this particular matter. Squabbles, we have had a very peaceful list process. What is reported in Limpopo is not the entire province, but processes. If you've got a complaint or a matter you want to raise pertaining to the processes of the list, there are checks and balances in the system. So by the time the list comes here in the extended NEC, all of those issues will be attended in the system. We have had a very peaceful list process. such that you didn't even have any report to report about it, except today that there are squabbles in Limpopo. Because you know the ANC that behave like hooligans. People, you are shocked by this change of how things are done. It is the ANC, it's on the right path. It means it is responding. And those who are not supposed to be here are leaving one by one. Those who are supposed to be here are staying. This thing is just becoming better and better by day. We have not arrived even by saying we are better off, but you can see that the ANC has got a different direction. A list process of the ANC will be mad with the killings, people fighting to be on that list and all of that. At least the squabbles you are talking about are proper. It's like people are making allegations that, no, this thing is been tampered with and all of that. But there is no evidence of that. So the shock system is the thing that things have been done properly in the organization. We opened the list process to everyone. We said to people, in terms of the guidelines, if you are Mbalula, you want to go to Parliament, you've got the right to mobilize people. And there are minimum standards that the public representative of the ANC must meet. Not how many branches created and all of that. There are minimum standards. If Mahlengi wants to go to Parliament, he's going to face interviews. Something that has never happened. People have been interviewed. So this revolution is not televised. And it's not televised. Most of the things that we do, you don't know about them. We've been to 22,000 VDs in the country, doing work in terms of manifesto review. Next week, we're concluding that manifesto review in Pretoria with the president from the period we launched, and we'll open up a new process of the manifesto. And I will tell you how far we have gone with the manifesto review and what does it tell us. So we've been hard on the ground. In the process of that, there have been by-elections, which we've been losing some, to a point of worry, but the ANC have kept stability. We won by-elections 2 weeks ago. We've defended our base. There's nothing that tells us in these by-elections that we have won, that we are an organization that is about to disappear from the dominance of the political landscape in the country. Yet, there are people who have written us off. And they say that the ANC is going faster. And others, when they look at the voter registration, I was on the ground, never saw some of these political parties, but they claim that the people who registered belong to them. I was on the ground, taking people to register. Others were changing. I've seen in every VD, 22,700, the operational center of the ANC was operating. There's nothing in that registration that told us that we took people to the registration. Young people in the schools and all of that. I was in the Eastern Cape. Matriculants who are qualifying to register, we registered them, took them to the registration. But look, claim easy victories is part of their game. We are focused on this, in this campaign. The campaign has not started, my brother. It's not started. You'll see when it starts. People have been launching manifesto. I saw Mashaba went to Hammanskraal. He only addressed his relatives there. And then Gayton Mackenzie was mimicking Julius Malema at the Joburg, what is this stadium? Orlando Stadium. And then they were running like as if they are in a soccer match, warming up for replacement. And now he's my friend. He gave me a statistic yesterday that there was 20,000 people. I said, Katie, let's leave it there, my friend, man. Do your thing. Of course they do their thing. It's democracy. I saw them. I saw Vuyo, who's this guy from ATM. He also launched his manifesto. By Christmas, we'll have forgotten what these people said. I mean, we are launching in February. We are launching 24th of February next year, Moses Mabhida. I saw Malema, once he heard that we are launching at Moses Mabhida, he had to announce that he's going to Moses Mabhida on the 10th of February. But we are going to Moses Mabhida. We are launching our campaign there. That's then you will see that the campaign has begun. I see a lot of posters here of many people, and then who launched the party within a week, and within a week their posters are all over Joburg. I've never seen a party mushrooming in a week, and then in a week's time they've got posters all over here. These people are efficient. And then the thing is called Sarah, you know. And then there are posters everywhere. I mean, in a week, they are right when they say, these people are liquid, you know, we must spend 100 of million people have money here. They launch a party today, tomorrow it's all over. But they must declare their income also. Then we're fine. There's no problem. They must declare. We must know who's giving them money. And but they are not obligated by the law at the present moment. But it's shocking stuff. NHI, what the ANC has done to strengthen the case, we're strengthening our case. We're fighting it in courts. We're facing all dangers in the process. But it will not go to the extent of liquidating our movement. I've given you a background to this matter. The people we are in court with on this matter will dispute the facts. It's normal. They will go and say, Matleng is lying, I'm lying. It's normal. We're from far with them on this matter. Right from the onset, when I learned about this, some of them, I know them, the people who are involved in this. And I was told by the ANC I must leave these people. And I left them because I was saying unpalatable words to them. Because I've never seen such a thing in my life. People who claim to love their organization, they just sit down and plot these kind of things. So these things are not done by people who are not known. They are done by people we know. Some of them, they claim to be members of the ANC. So we know these people. And they claim work that they've not done, conniving. I'm close to the action, as you know. You know, Leboang was working for me as a PA in the office. I asked him, he cried. I dismissed him. I asked him, where did you get the audacity to do things like this in the office? I'm running around in the campaign with the president and everybody campaigning hard. When office to bring us down, just like that. Today we are explaining ourselves over a matter that if indeed we owed people, we should have sat down with them and then agree on terms of payment. It's not like that, guys. It's not like that. We are being defrauded here. The last point about NHI. Our members must do what is right. We know that Busa has complained, and everybody, they are threatening to take this to court is to be expected. NHI is going to benefit me and you and the poorest of the poor in this country, making health accessible to all. That's our call. That's our obligation. This is what the people voted for. In the last election, when we went to the people and asked them to vote, we said we will introduce an NHI. That's what they voted for. So we too have got an obligation to cross. There is no diplomacy here when it comes to these particular issues. Go to the ANC manifesto and read what did we say. And this is what we committed ourselves to. So our public representatives in the NCOP must ensure that NHI crosses. Anyone else, then we can go to court about it whenever they feel whatever they want. It is within their democratic right to do so. But this is what people voted for. They voted for the ANC because we said we'll give them NHI. We'll make health services in this country affordable to all. Today, we have given services for free, water and everything else. That's what people voted for us. We connected 90% of the populace to the grid. So all of those things, we have done them because the people, that's what they voted for. And we are going to defend that. We're going to defend freedom because to us, 2024 is our 2024. And to us, 2024 is about the defense of freedom. That's what 2024 means to us, defense of freedom. They have met all of them, inside the country and outside, and they've planned the demise of the African National Congress. We know that. We know that. They've got their sponsors and their masters out of the country, giving them billions of rands for the demise of the ANC. Somebody asked a question, if the ANC is so problematic, why look at your enemies? Who are they? Why do they want the demise of something that is so good, perpetrating their policies and all of that? They want the ANC to go because it doesn't serve their interest. We serve our people. And look at those who say we must go, including those who now say this country will not get investment because of the word comradeship. It was said by Ubani Lamlungu Eskom. The writer said there is a ghost here of Soviet Union. It was reiterated by Johan Rupert. These people, they call each other among investors comrades. Investors don't want the word comradeship. And then who is saying that? It's the ruling class. We are here in this load shedding today. And when we say that there is an act of sabotage, it's as though it's a over defense of the ANC and its failures. ANC is in charge here, but the state is run by other people. Yes. It's not ANC members who run ESCOM. It's not ANC members who run ESCOM. It's South African citizens who are employed based on their qualifications. And that's it. So the state is like that, which we seek to transform. The state, here in the state, you can have everybody else, but others can be perpetuating and working for another agenda. And we know that agenda. That agenda is to stop the ANC. The ANC must be stopped at all costs. But this is a democratic state. It's a democratic country. The ANC itself cannot complain in the corner. It must do what is right to stay in power. We can't stay in the corner and cry like babies that, hey, we are being attacked. We must do what is right so that we don't disappear from power. Thank you.